A calm voice in the dark. Welcome to Black Background Lectures. Philosophy points the ship. Attitude fills the sail. But only one thing moves the ship forward: activity, labor. Jim Rohn called it the piece that performs the miracles. You can have the best philosophy in the world. You can walk around feeling wonderful about the past, the future, and yourself. But if you do not translate those ideas and feelings into disciplined, consistent action, nothing happens. Ideas without labor are entertainment. Inspiration without labor is daydreaming. Good intentions without labor are lies we tell ourselves. Labor is the bridge between dreaming and having. Jim illustrated it with the simplest story he ever told. A man prays all winter, "God, please give me a crop this year. I promise to be good." Spring arrives, the sun rises, the soil is ready. God whispers down from heaven, "That's wonderful, but you have to plow." You can pray all you like. You can affirm all you like. You can visualize all you like. When spring comes, you still have to plow. That is activity. Jim said there are two kinds of activity in life: the activity of the poor, busy, scattered, urgent, but rarely productive. The activity of the rich, focused, disciplined, patient, always aimed at the highest return. Most people are busy being poor. They spend their hours on motion that produces little or no lasting value, checking messages that do not matter, meetings that could have been emails, endless conversations about problems instead of solutions, cleaning the garage for the third time this month while the book remains unwritten and the skill remains unlearned. The rich are busy becoming rich. They read the book that stretches their mind. They make the call that moves the project forward. They practice the skill that will be worth thousands next year. They invest the hour instead of spending it. Same 24 hours, different activity. Jim learned this lesson early from Mr. Shoaff. Mr. Shoaff asked him, "Jim, how much money do you make?" Jim told him the modest amount. Mr. Shoaff said, "That's how much you're worth right now. If you want to be worth more, become more valuable to the marketplace. And the only way to become more valuable is to labor on yourself harder than you labor on your job." So Jim began to labor. He labored on his vocabulary. He labored on his listening skills. He labored on his ability to sell, to speak, to think clearly. He labored early in the morning when others slept. He labored late at night when others watched television. He treated personal development like a second job, the most important job. And the marketplace finally said, "This man is now worth 10 times what he was." Labor performed the miracle. Here is the part most people miss. Labor does not have to be exhausting to be effective. A single hour of focused, high-value activity is worth 10 hours of scattered motion. One chapter read with full attention is worth 10 chapters skimmed. One difficult conversation handled well is worth 10 avoided. One new distinction applied is worth 100 merely heard. Jim used to say, "The few things that work are worth doing over and over and over." Find the few activities that move the needle and do them relentlessly. Then protect those activities like your life depends on it, because it does. Tonight, before you sleep, do this simple exercise Jim recommended. Take out a sheet of paper and draw 2 columns. Left column, last week's activities. Right column, activities of a wealthy, healthy, growing person. Now write everything you did last week into one column or the other. Be brutally honest. You will quickly see whether you have been busy being poor or busy becoming rich. Then pick one high-value activity you have been avoiding: reading, exercising, practicing a skill, making the call, writing the page, and block the first hour of tomorrow for it. Do it before the world has a chance to distract you. Do it for 90 days. You will be astonished at the miracles labor can perform. Philosophy gives direction. Attitude gives power. Activity gives progress. Miss activity and you miss everything. That is today's lecture. If you want tomorrow's lecture, subscribe. See you then.